Hi Virgo, welcome to your October reading. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Linda. I've already shuffled your cards and thrown your spread. And what I'm feeling in the energy of your reading here is that there could be something recently that's occurred which is needing a little bit of softening and tenderness from you in order to be able to forgive a transgression and move past a pain or a hurt that you might be feeling or experiencing right now. I feel like there could have been someone in your energy, in your environment recently who may have tried to manipulate or in some way kind of, how do I describe that? I don't know if that necessarily the person is like, has ill intent or is like outright manipulative or dishonest, but there could have been someone in your energy that might have talked you into taking a risk on something or doing something outside of your comfort zone or taking some kind of unusual behavior or activity that you wouldn't normally do, and it may not have worked out for you, and I feel like you're blaming them. And I don't know, I mean, you know, clearly with this Five of Cups here, you're not in a good space. Like you feel regretful or you're feeling disappointment or loss over something that's occurred. And with this, the Star is the crowning card of the position that's being reiterated here. You know, like something that you were, maybe you've lost hope or excitement or optimism for something there because of a certain kind of loss that you've experienced recently that's left you feeling not great. Like I do feel like that that you might be blaming someone for something not working out. And that might be what's needing to be addressed here with this. The Ace of Cups is the central theme of the reading, and the Ten of Wands is the crossing card, so that's the challenge. So how I'm seeing this in context of the rest of the reading is that there's a need for you to kind of find a way to be unconditionally loving in the circumstances that you're in and let go of something that is either hurting you or has hurt you or has been difficult or burdensome or troubling in some way. And I feel like it has something to do with another person, which is expressed here with the Magician reverse and the Knight of Wands. So like I said, perhaps someone without necessarily, I mean, for some of you, you could be dealing with an outright manipulative person, but then the Knight of Wands being upright here, I feel like that it's more about something didn't work out, and maybe it's not about another person. Maybe this Knight of Wands is you with the Magician reverse. It could also just be you, and it could just be saying here that maybe you took a risk in something, you did something outside of your normal protocols and normal MO, and you took a risk and you did something unusual for you, and maybe it didn't work out, and now you're feeling some type of way about that. So whether it's about another person or if it's just you, if you're feeling mad at yourself or mad at someone else, or if you're blaming someone, or you feel like someone is like should be responsible about something, I feel like the energy of this reading is describing the need for you to just come back into a space of being grounded and accepting of what's occurred, and just collect your energy again back into a sort of stable, grounded place, and know that, okay, maybe sometimes things don't work out, and sometimes things happen that maybe shouldn't have happened or need not have happened, but all par for the course, and it's okay. I'm not trying to bypass here. Like if you feel pissed off or emotional or upset about something, then definitely process those emotions. But I think the point of this reading here and the energy I'm feeling is like, don't take that too far. Don't hold on to those emotions for so long because you just want to be pissed off or you want to be upset because something happened a certain way that you don't think was correct for you or that shouldn't have happened or whatever. Just be careful that you're not taking it too far and that you're not indulging in those feelings, and that you're not really villainizing someone or even yourself if that's not necessary to do. And usually that's not necessary to do, you know, like villainizing someone or blaming someone is never really gonna work out in your favor ever. So address the feelings and address the events in a way that allows you to come to a sense of peace about things and comes to an acceptance. Let go of the shitty feelings, let go of the blame, let go of the villainization, let go of the victimization, and just collect your energy back. Come to a place of grace and gratitude. That's what I feel with the Queen of Pentacles here in the foundation of the reading. She's kind of describing, you know, this sort of poise that you could adopt if you choose to. You know, this is in the subconscious mind. What's in the conscious mind is the Star in reverse. So this is that lack of optimism. This is something that feels disappointing and hopeless and not how things should have gone, you know. But I feel with this, the star in reverse in the crowning position of the reading, it is important to remember that what happens, how you react to what happens is what's important. You know, like things don't always turn out in your favor, and it's important to just be graceful and remember that it's okay, you know. What also is important and interesting in your reading is that you have 3 4s in the spread, and you also have the Emperor in reverse at the bottom of the deck. The Emperor is number 4 from the Major Arcana. So I feel like there's something here about your groundedness, your foundation, your stability, your resources, what has already been established. And maybe there's something like something's being upset here in this energy, like what was already established has been upset and disturbed. And I think that there's just like there's some things to integrate here about that. I think it's also important to remember here with this Two of Pentacles in this position of the reading. This is the hopes and fears. You have the Two of Pentacles upright with the Page of Wands in reverse. So this is kind of feeling to me like you need to choose your battles as far as, you know, like I said, if you're going to be pissed off at someone, just be careful that you're not wasting your energy on something that, like that being mad at someone or blaming someone or villainizing someone is not actually going to help you progress through your feelings. It might give you a temporary sense of justice, but it's actually not real. It's not real. So be careful about that. You also have 2 pages in the reading, both in reverse at the top of the spread. The pages can represent communication. They can also represent travel and movement. But it's also about like someone being maybe a little immature or young or ungrounded or flighty or flaky or something. So that could be the person that you're dealing with, or this could be you. It could be saying also that maybe you just need to gain some clarity within you first, so that you can then have a sensible and rational and coherent conversation with somebody about this experience. So just that just caught my eye there. There's some like greenery and growth growing out of this like old castle ruin here. So I feel like there's something regenerative in this energy, even if it doesn't feel like it now. Like I feel like you're in the space now where you're experiencing a loss and you're experiencing disappointment, and you may even be feeling pissed off at someone who you feel is responsible. But let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. But I feel like this energy is going to turn here, and there's going to be a point where it'll be worth it because you'll get something out of it. Sorry. Emperor reverse, 6 of Wands reverse, 7 of Swords, 5 of Wands. So now we have 2 5s, and there's Justice in reverse. So what I'm feeling from this energy is that you feel betrayed and you're really pissed off. And you feel like what's happened is not fair, shouldn't have happened, and you are kind of irritable, to say the least. I feel like you want to throw the gloves off and fight someone. That's what it feels like. This energy feels like you want to fight. You want to take out some of your disappointment, aggression, and anger on someone, and actually, not necessarily physically fight, but I feel like you want, I don't want to use the word revenge because that's extremely severe, but this 7 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and Judgment, this feels like if this is a really serious matter that we're talking about here, where there's a lot of maybe property or money or something is involved here, where there are like losses, like serious losses, you might be wanting to seek legal action here with the Justice in reverse. Like these 2 cards here, like you feel maybe someone stole from you or betrayed you in some way. 5 of Wands is conflict. And then Justice reverse here, you feel like this is very unfair and you want to seek redress. You want to seek legal action perhaps. That's obviously a specific message, not for everyone. But I do feel like some of you are really wanting to correct this imbalance here in a more, what's the right word? In a legal way. You want to take a legal course of action here to correct something unfair or imbalanced. Let me see what else is in here. Yeah, I do feel that. With this energy here, this extended part of the reading, the Emperor reversed when the Justice reversed, 6 of Wands reversed, 5 of Wands, 7 of Swords. Some of you are feeling like betrayed or someone really did you dirty, and you feel like the loss that you've experienced is incorrect, and you want to right that imbalance or right that injustice by seeking some kind of whether formal legal action with the justice or some kind of course correction or redressing the imbalance by somehow getting back what you've lost or something like that. But yeah, again, just be careful with this Ace of Cups in the middle of the reading and the Star in reverse as the crowning card. I feel like there is a much more spiritual and emotionally intelligent opportunity here for some of you to find balance again, or find hope again, or find a way to tolerate or accept or integrate what's occurred here and not feel the need to get revenge or get back at someone or take matters into your own hands or become a vigilante or take legal action. That's not for everyone. That there is a message in there for someone. There is someone here that might be very rightfully justified in seeking legal action here if they have been threatened or stolen from or something along those lines. I do feel that energy in this reading, but it's not for everyone. For others, the energy here is more about compassion and forgiveness and understanding and letting things go. Letting things go. That's the challenging energy as the crossing card. The Ten of Wands here is saying letting things go, being more open to unconditional love, compassion, wisdom, and forgiveness, and just letting things go. So, up to you to decide which side of this reading you're on. On this central axis here, from the unconscious to the conscious mind, there is this very clear message here for some of you that the best position that you could adopt is one of poise and grace and acceptance and groundedness and forgiveness. Also, I think if there's an issue here about resources, you know, with the Emperor reversed and all these fours in the reading, I think fundamentally some of you are realizing that your best resources or your most valuable, your most important resources are within you. It's your emotional state, it's your mental clarity, it's your wisdom, it's your compassion. And it's important to come back to that and remember that financial things are external and they don't actually fundamentally affect your sense of well-being and your sense of wholeness, your sense of happiness. Financial things, external things, property, money, material things don't actually matter in terms of your sense of stability, your sense of security, your sense of worth. Not determined by those things. So that could be the deeper message and the deeper lesson for some of you in this particular circumstance. I'm just seeing what else is here. For some of you, I do feel like there could be a property matter here in this situation with this Magician reversed and the Knight of Wands upright. I feel like some of you might have taken a risk on, and with these two fours here, some of you might have taken a risk on some kind of property investment or property development or something like that. And it may not be working out in the way that you'd hoped, and you might feel a bit upset and disappointed about that. Maybe you feel like somebody misled you with all this energy here in the extended part of the reading. You might feel a bit misled, you know, with this, also with Magician reverse, Knight of Wands. You might have taken a risk on someone because maybe you felt like the person who was guiding you into that investment was giving you a sense of possibility that felt very stable, but maybe they didn't really express to you, or you didn't check thoroughly for yourself that it was more risky than you thought it was, or that circumstances changed since you invested in between then and now, and so maybe there is some kind of loss being experienced. But with this Four of Wands in the outcome upright, sorry, Four of Swords, Four of Wands is in reverse, the Four of Swords is upright. It could just be that what's needed here is more time for some of you. If what I just said there about property is relevant, or some kind of investment, it doesn't have to be property. I feel like I'm going to leave it there for the general. Yeah. hopefully there's something in there that is helping you understand your situation better, and you can work with to kind of just progress a little bit in your emotional state, because I feel like it's quite an emotional reading for some of you. It's a hot energy. There's sadness and disappointment, but there's also some anger in here. So I hope that's helping you to process what you're feeling and get through what difficult feelings you might be having. So I'm going to move on now to the Higher Octave reading with the Voyager deck. This reading is designed to provide a little more insight on any karmic and spiritual forces that might be at play. Hopefully we can illuminate any blind spots that you might have so that we can better understand the circumstances and the lessons available to you in your current situation. So please send your energy into the cards so I can get really clear messages for you. One more shuffle. Sage of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck. There's the Moon, crossed by the Empress. 7 of Wands reversed. 8 of Pentacles. Priestess. Wheel of Fortune. Wow, this whole central axis across that way is all major arcana. 2 of Swords. Sage of Pentacles reversed. There's Death. 2 of Wands reversed with the 3 of Wands upright. 3 of Cups in reverse. Child of Crystals, that's Page of Swords. And here's the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. We had the 4 of Pentacles in the last reading, in the upright in the recent past. So most of the cards in this reading are very different from the first reading, and it definitely feels like a higher octave reading. Like this is a very spiritual energy in this spread that's describing what is available to you on an energetic level as far as your personal growth and learning in this particular circumstance that you might be experiencing. And I feel for some of you that are watching, like this is a challenging time, and one that's making you feel a lot of emotional things. But it's helping you to wake up to new opportunities that are actually really nearby, but maybe just outside of your field of perception. That is helping you change direction in a way that, how do I say that? It's kind of a course correction. Like maybe some kind of challenging and difficult experiences that has kind of catalyzed your life in a way that you didn't necessarily expect or see coming, but it's helping you actually pivot and shift direction to something that's actually really much more meaningful and much more in alignment with who you are. And it's a huge opportunity that is coming out of something that maybe is quite difficult. Like the Death card there is showing that there is a sort of transmutation or a transition of energy that is maybe difficult because it's things that you weren't really necessarily in your conscious mind prepared to move on from or let go of or have to give up or something like that. But the main energy I'm getting from this top part of the reading, you have, look, 7 of Wands reversed, 2 of Wands reversed, 3 of Wands upright, is that if you can be, again, graceful is the key word in this reading. If you can be graceful here to lower your defensiveness, lower your resistance, lower your pushback energy, or you're wanting to kind of create more friction and find a more accepting and graceful position, you will find that you can flow through a state here of dissonance and into a much more calm and pure and resonant frequency for you out of this energy that feels really disturbing. So there's a lot more in this spread, but like I said, there's not a lot of repeating cards from this spread, from the first spread to here. So it is a very deep spiritual reading. Priestess, Empress, Moon, and Wheel of Fortune. Like this whole central axis here is incredibly powerful. All major arcana. A lot of divine feminine energy as well with Priestess, Empress, and the Moon. So I'm going to go into all of this in further detail in the Higher Octave spread. This is just an introduction. If you're interested, click the link below. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next reading.